Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are enjoying all the problems that I am uploading. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and also share among your friends. So today's problem is search in rotated sorted array. Suppose an array sorted in ascending order is rotated at some pivot unknown to you beforehand. That is 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 might become 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 1, 2. So basically there is a pivot that is happening that they took and sorted from, rotated from left to right, right? So you are given a target value to search. If found in the array, return its index, otherwise return -1. So if you find it, you have to return the index, otherwise return the -1. You may assume no duplicates exist in the array. So this is an important thing. So there are no duplicates in the array, right? So your algorithm's runtime complexity must be in the order of log n. So that is the requirement. So from this right, from order of log n, right? So basically the regular regular integer search doesn't work. That means, right? Because if you're using integer search, right, that would be order of n in a given array. So you're going through each entry or each element in the array and exhausting, right, to see if the element is existing or not. So that's the reason why that is order of n. But here, since from this hint log n, right, we should get some idea. So how can we make this as log n? So if you want to search something in a sorted array, right? So in an unsorted array, probably you cannot do the log n, but since it is sorted array, right? So it is sorted and rotated. So even though it is rotated, it is some way it is sorted. The only thing is you don't know from where that rotation happened, right? That is the only thing that you don't know. Since it is a sorted one and you will have to give the answer in a log n time, you could use a method called binary search. So binary search time complexity is log n. So let's go ahead and look at the time algorithm for the regular binary search. Then we will get some understanding of how to modify that binary search so that we can solve this problem. So let's talk about the binary search first, and then we'll jump to this binary search modified. So that's why I have two methods here, binary search and binary search modified, right? So for solving this problem, we are not using this binary search method here. This is just to give the idea, get going, right? I have this. So actually the problem which can be solved is binary search modified only, okay? So this one is just to get the idea. So binary search is, since we know the array is sorted, right? So it works in this way. So it is given with a array which is sorted and a target, right? And the start is 0 and end is the length -1, right? So array length dot -1. So these are the indices, right? So while start is less than end, we are going to be in this loop. So what we are going to do is we calculate the mid, right? Mid of the array length. So that is start plus end by 2. So if the mid index, whatever the number at the mid index is target, we just return the mid, because we have to return the index, remember? So you have to return the index, right? So I'm working with this code also with the index, so we are returning the index. Otherwise, if it is less than, that means if target is, if the mid element is less than the target, that means mid element is less than the target, means the target will be in the later half, right? In the later half, probably in the later half. We cannot say, because if it is not existing, we will have to return -1, right? It may exist in the later half. That's why what we are doing is we are assigning start is equal to mid plus 1. Otherwise, it could be in the first half. If you divide the array into two halves, right? Mid is midpoint and left side of the mid is first half and right side of the mid is second half. So in this case, what you are saying is, okay, now go search in the second half. Otherwise, we go search in the first half. So this loop will continue as long as the start is less than or equal to end. So at some point in time, this loop will end and it will come out. So if it comes out, what does that mean? It means the element is not there in the array, right? If it is there, it would have gone out through the mid. So this is how the binary search works. So we are going to use exactly the similar logic. The only difference is we know that the array is rotated, right? Like this rotated. So we cannot use this while loop as it is, or these two specifically. So we can use this as it is, because if it is equal to target, we return it. But these two, we cannot use them as it is. So we need a slight modification for these two things. That's it. So that is the modification we are going to do in the binary search modified. Let's go ahead and look at that binary search modified now. Okay. So now, similar to the binary search, we have the start is equal to and end is equal to declaration, and then this is also same, right? So the only difference that we are going to do here is, so these are things that I added purposefully. Okay. So if the start element is equal to target, you just return the start. If end is a target, we return end. So this will speed up basically the search. You don't have to really go do all that stuff of the real binary search, right? So you just do it and you're done with it, right? So if at all start is equal to end, and you just try to compare if start is target, if so return target, other return -1. So this is also immediately we want to say if it is, just return. And if at all end minus start is equal to 1, that means there are two elements, right? There are only two elements. So we don't want to do full binary search in this loop. So if it compares if start is equal to target or end is equal to target, just return. That's it. So these are purposefully I added. You don't have to have them in here if you don't want, but I just purposefully added to make the whole search faster. Okay. And coming down, right? So this is the actual real search that is happening. So you do the mid, right? So mid, start plus end by 2. If mid is equal to target, return mid. So these three also same as, these two statements are same as the binary search, right? As we saw. And here, from here on, the differentiation from binary search to this is occurring here. So since we don't know at what element the array is rotated, right? We are checking this condition. If start is less than mid, okay, number at the start index is less than number mid index, and number at mid index is less than end index. That means this is probably a sorted array. We probably deceived, they throw in a sorted array as input. So what is that? If it is, this means a sorted array, right? Nothing much. This is a sorted array. And if mid is less than target, you do start is equal to mid plus 1, and mid is greater than target, you do the end is equal to mid minus 1. So this one is also same as binary search if you look back. So the only thing is, there we had two else if and else, we combined all of them into just one here. So else if and if else here, right? So we combined all of them. This is a sorted array. That could also be possible for us, right? So that is a case. And this is the next case. If start is less than mid, that means this part is sorted, right? The left part. But, right? Number of mid is greater than end. So in this case, right? In this case, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 1, 2. What is mid? Mid is like at 7, right? So here, start is less than mid. Yes, 4 is less than 7 in this example, but mid is greater than end. Yes, 7 is greater than 2. In this case, what you are going to do, right? That is what the logic we are going to have. So if target is greater than or equal to start and target is less than mid, that means if target is greater than 4 and less than 7, we are going to see mid end is equal to mid minus 1, otherwise start is equal to mid plus 1. So this is exactly for this case, this example case which is on the left side. What if it is other side, that is this one. If start greater than nums of mid, but nums of mid is less than end, this could be also the case, right? So for example, it's only here 4 elements are put before the 3 elements, right? What if only 2 elements are put, right? That is this case. In that case, if target is greater than mid and target is less than end, we are going to do the mid plus 1, otherwise mid minus 1. So this is how the modified binary search is going to work. And finally, once it comes out of this loop, right, it's going to return -1. That's it. So this is what the modified binary search that we are going to use for solving the search in rotated sorted array. So the time complexity for this algorithm is log n, right? Still log n, because we are still working with mid, right? Start, end and mid. So we are still working with start and mid. At any given time, we are splitting the list into half from the given list. So if your given list is 10 length, you split into 5 and do it on the right side or left side, and from 5 you split into 3, 3 is the mid and left 2 and right 2, right, likewise, right? So that's how it goes essentially, right? So that's how the binary search and the modified binary search is going to work, and the time complexity of this algorithm is log n. And obviously we are not using much space here. All we are using is just 2 variables, start and end, right? And we are working with only 2 variables. So that is also a constant space. So for this algorithm, the time complexity is order of log n and space complexity is order of 1, that is constant. So if you still have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Just wanted to remind you once again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe and share among your friends. Also, don't forget to click the bell icon. If you click the bell icon, you are going to get the notifications for all my future videos. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with another problem very soon. Till then, goodbye.